Hey everybody, welcome back to the van. Well, it's a crisp day today here, and my furnace actually just shut down from running, so it's a good time to do a video. I think it's -8 or -9 outside, and looking outside I can see some light flurries coming down. I want to talk today about a bed. Should you go with a fixed bed like what I've got, or could you go with a bed that you can convert into seating? Now, there's benefits to both and there's drawbacks to both. So let me explain to you what I went with and why I went with it. So I went with a fixed bed for a couple reasons. Now, the first reason I mentioned in previous videos, and that is because of my health. With my lung condition, with the medication I'm on, it's a lot of work to do up a bed in the morning and then put it down again at night and keep going that way. It's a lot of work, and sometimes I just get to the point of I need to lay down right away, and to do up a bed all the time, it's just way too much for me. And my last two vehicles, both the truck camper and the motorhome, had cab over beds, and they were always done up. And I have to say, in both of those, having a cab over bed is one of the biggest benefits to those units, is that the bed's always made up, it's out of the way, and it's space that you just don't use. But when I built this, I decided to go with a bed in here. My bed is the same width as a queen size bed, and it's a little bit shorter than a regular queen size bed. Now, the reason it's a little bit shorter is because the transit's a little bit narrower, and I didn't do cutouts in the walls here on the transit so that my head would go in this side and my feet would go a bit further in this side. I may change that, but as I've also said before, I'm in this van by myself 99.99% of the time, so I can lay a little bit crossways in the bed and I still have a great sleep. So doing the bed for that, so that it's a health thing, and the size of the bed, I don't find that it takes up that much space in my van. And another big benefit, and that's a huge benefit, is that a queen size bed, the space underneath the bed that I have for storage and for other things is huge. Now, if I wanted to, I could have put a porta potty slide underneath there. I could have put the fridge underneath there. I could have done a lot of stuff. But what do I have under my bed? At the front, I have my 2 batteries. I have a charging station there so that when I plug in, I can charge from 110 volts if I want to. I have on this side of the van, I have 2 inflatable kayaks, a tandem and a single. The paddles, the life jackets, all the equipment for that. On this side of the van, underneath the bed, I have 6 Rubbermaid totes, 2 of the larger ones and 4 of the smaller ones under there. And that's a lot of storage space. Plus, I also have my recovery gear, shovels, tow strap, a whole pile of stuff. Plus, I have weights underneath there, some sandbags in the wintertime. Plus, there's a lot of space under there. So that was one of the big reasons that I decided to go with a fixed bed, because for my health, for it always being set up, and also for the space. Now, for sitting, I have in this van, I have the chair up front, the passenger's chair that rotates, so I have somewhere to sit. If there was 2 people in the van, as it's currently set up, it would be a little bit difficult because there's only one really good chair. The driver's seat does not rotate because of how I built the cupboards. You can sit on the bed like I'm doing now, but it's a little bit awkward after sitting here for a while because there's nothing to lean back on. So that's how I've got it currently set up. So what's the benefit of going with a bed that folds up, that you have to make up every night? Well, you get more seating, or you get more usable space. So if you're tight on space and the bed is across the aisleway, as well as it's up against the wall during the nighttime, during the day you can fold it up and you get your aisle back. And it works great for that. It works wonderful for that. And if you're going to do it in a smaller vehicle, that may be the way to go, because that way you get a bit more space. Now, some vehicles, there's no sense going with a fold-up bed. If you're living in the back of a very small van, or if you're living in the back of a pickup truck, to do a fold-up bed probably isn't even worth it. But in a van, it just gives you a little bit more space, plus it gives you a lot more seating. Now, would I ever change it? I've actually thought over and over and over again if I would. If I did a new build, not renovating this one, but a complete new build, I would probably consider putting my bed along the driver's side, having it so that it does fold down and fold up, but have it wide enough so I could sleep on it at night without having to make anything up. And then if I did have another person, or if I did want more space, I could make it up and get a larger bed. It's a toss-up. It really is. For as much as I love this bed back here with always being made up, I don't see myself changing in the future. The one thing I do think I may do a change probably this year, maybe next year, is the wall panels on the sides here. I can actually cut them out and put an insert in a little bit further back to get me a bit more space. As it is now, my bed, if I'm laying in bed, my head touches this wall, my feet touch this wall, and it's tight, so I sleep on a bit of an angle, but it's doable. I'm not the tallest person, so why do I have to worry about extra space? So I hope that helps you if you're looking at a bed, if you're looking at starting a conversion in a vehicle living, that gives you some ideas. I think I'm going to turn the furnace back on because it's getting kind of crispy in here and go about my day now. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.